Hey, welcome to BSB TV. I'm really excited. I got Bevan Blackshaw, and I'm going to get him to introduce himself in a second. He is a champion of local artisan and craftsman, all-round good guy, even an inventor. Bevan, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Oh, well, my history goes back to my early days. I was involved in purchasing, supply management, logistics, did some consulting to both business and to government on warehousing and physical distribution management. Contracted in the field too as a contractor, paid contractor. Gave that away and worked in construction for about 15 years, building self-storage facilities, and gave that away after the GFC, and I lost 25K. Then I started Timber Dimensions, went to what I love to do, making furniture and homewares and things of that nature. Now I've divided that business up into three. It's Timber Dimensions, my fine furniture arm, Market Days Australia, which provides storage and display solutions for marketeers. And I also have the Satisfactory Shop, which is a production and product development arm of my business.
Fantastic. That's really quite exciting. And I did mention that you're a champion of local artisans. We've talked many times. I know that you support the whole Etsy movement, different market initiatives that are supporting local artisans. You've been badgering me on how we could actually be better support for local artisans and people who have products in Brisbane small business, because it's easy to get on and do one of these shows about services and knowledge. It's a little bit harder to do that about products. And that's where it was a really good that you did keep badgering me about it, because that's what came up with the Black Friday sale and how we can do that. So tell us a little bit about some of the products you have, and then we'll talk a little bit about Black Friday and how we're going to help product and merchandise people promote their service, or promote what they do, so that we can help them, particularly leading into Christmas.
Well, my signature product is a redesign of a product that was originally patented in the 70s. I've changed the design and made it workable. The only ones I've ever seen have all been broken. It's a thing called Lob Up. It's a folding stool. I do it in two different heights. It's actually a feat of engineering. It's not cabinet making or furniture making in the traditional sense. From that, I get a couple of pieces of waste offcut, which I then turn into other products, such as, funnily enough, something as simple and funny as a darning mushroom. And
darning mushroom. Really? Do people still do this?
People are more and more looking to repair things rather than replace them. The slow fashion movement is very, very strong globally. Why buy a new pair of jeans when you can repair them and actually make the repair decorative? And this aids in that for people. If you don't know what it is, ask Grandma. Grandma will know.
My grandma's not around, so I can't ask her. However, you also have your book birds that you do.
Reading aid, again, not strictly my design, but certainly I've redesigned it. It's a reading aid that helps you to hold a book one-handed and be comfortable. I sell hundreds of them all over the world. Not so much this year, because my export sales are down 97% year on year, which is a bit of a shame, really.
And we've been talking about that on a number of different levels, and we've actually got you're actually looking at doing a joint venture with another BSB member, which is fantastic, and it all started here in our community, which I'm really excited about. I love it when people can collude for good. And collaborate on something that one party may have had all the knowledge about, but not known how to use it in a particular situation.
Hopefully, my collaboration with Ron and his business, World Options we'll come to something that'll help tens of thousands of small makers like myself who are put in the position where you can't send this overseas for $3.30 anymore. It costs $21 for me to ship this to the United States. I cannot include shipping with that. At $7, I can do something with that. And yeah, it's enormous business, and it's an enormous cost for people like me and others. So if I can get something happening, that works good for me, but it also works good for thousands and thousands of other makers out there in the maker space.
Which is fantastic. And speaking of helping both yourself and others with business, small business, look, we do have massive engagement on a daily basis. We're looking to promote local artisans. We're looking to get, I want to encourage people coming up to Christmas to start thinking about, could you buy something that is, from a small business, and look at that. And this is why we started to have this Black Friday conversation. So really, it's going to be three simple steps. First, we want to promote people who are helping Brisbane small business exist, and so we are going to promote just portal members. So you're going to have to join the portal. 2, then put your products into your portal listing. It's going to have to be a build trust, and in the build trust level, you can have a number of products. So then you can start sharing those products into the page on Black Friday. So what's Black Friday? It's actually the 20th of November. And what we're going to do is get as many of our local people, our local product people, to start sharing their products into the BSB listing. So you can go, that'd be a great idea for Christmas. And you can then reach out and connect and start doing some more business with other Brisbane small business members.
Yeah, I know half a dozen people who are part of this community that are also makers at my level or above or below or whatever the case may be, and they're all facing the same problems that I'm facing. People often will shop on the basis of lowest price rather than value, unfortunately, when value should be further down the path of the buying proposition. You see too many people get there and they go overseas first rather than seeking out a local maker. Who can I buy this from Alibaba? And oftentimes you can find someone local to do the same thing for 20% more and get far greater value out of it in the long term. I've got an example, as a really good example of that. I've got a couple of hospo places in Brisbane that bought serving platters and things off me 5 years ago. They've still got them in service. Ask any cafe how long they get out of a serving board, and they'll go, yeah, maybe 12 months.
Look, I know that I've been using some of your serving boards for the last 12 months because I bought some for clients, and I had a couple. I bought a couple especially left over, and I know that we're using them yesterday. So thank you very much for that. They still look brand new after we've been using them on a weekly basis over that time period. So that's absolutely fantastic. Bevan, I want to thank you for your support of the community. I want to thank you for being vocal and being out there. I really love how you judge yourself. You will put it out there, and sometimes people will want to argue with you, and that's okay. As long as we have conversations that are about topics and not name-calling crappy stuff, I'm always happy to have those difficult conversations.
Never engage in it. I might be direct in my communication, but I respect people's right to have a view which is different to mine.
Absolutely, as do I, and quite often, when people go, "Oh, you didn't like something because I disagree with you," it's okay to disagree. I've got no issue with that. No. We got 11,000 people. We're not all going to agree on the same thing. So thanks very much for your time today. I'm really looking forward to having Black Friday sale and hoping that we can help a lot of the members of our community that do sell products. And we're going to then make this at a minimum of a quarterly function or event that we're going to do that. We are then going to have a Cyber Monday sale for the people with services. and we'll promote those on the Monday. So it'll be a bit of a long weekend of it where we can promote those. After the event, we are going to switch off commenting on the different posts so they don't keep bouncing back up to the top, because we then want to go back to business as usual and helping each other in different ways. So thanks very much for your time today, Bevan. I really appreciate it.
Thanks, Kev. Bye.